Hey everyone, Yōkai here. Today I'm going to be watching the 12th and final episode of Skeleton Knight in Another World. In last episode we ended off on a bit of a bang because the big monster, the big scary thing that I guess was in that pit that we just tossed Horse into, I guess that's this big old Hydra with the 5 rings embedded into it and the red glowing eyes, and that's our next opponent. So that might be a bit tricky. Like, it somehow looks even more intimidating and powerful than the basilisk we fought before. So we may have our work cut out for us on this, but I'm sure we'll do our best. If anyone can handle it, I'm sure this gang can. So let's jump on in. 3, 2, 1. And it's a good thing we have that teleportation ability. Hydra's in that smoke somewhere. Yeah, you can see the wriggling. And Ariana looks like she's still unconscious, so that's gonna make things even more difficult. And we found a Hydra instead. Things could have gone better. Yeah, she's definitely unconscious. We can't find this thing and protect her. We may have to either wake her up or leave. Okay, she's waiting for leaving. And technically, she could leave with Ariane and, have Ark try to solo this thing, but the thing seems pretty powerful, so I don't know about that. No, they can teleport. I'm pretty sure you didn't just kill them. I'm fairly certain on that. Getting way ahead of yourself, man. Because you don't deserve it. Get wrecked. Yeah, the Hydra might be strong, but you're not strong. Got an answer for that, huh? I didn't think so. Yeah, don't be so caustic. Yeah, I guess he has his approval. I mean, we could figure as much. So, can you even put the thing back in its pen? Helping myself to one of your towns. I don't think an entire town is a healthy diet. I feel like that's probably overeating. And we like, but okay, we're beneath the rubble. So we didn't really teleport away, but we're fine. So we like blocked the magic, but the excess magic, I guess, just caused the rock stuff, caused him to be covered. He's also a skeleton, which I'm pretty sure you still don't know. Is she gonna pop out, or... Oh no, she's over there. Okay. And she woke up. She's not in a good mood. Yeah, she's definitely not in a good mood then. Man, she is gonna murder this man. I mean, the guy is just terrible. Like, he needs to pay. He needs to be punished. It's pretty clear. I mean, he sicks the Hydra on the whole town to make that even more clear, as if it wasn't clear enough. That is a good point. That's a good advantage. He thinks we're dead because he didn't bother to check. Good thing the Hydra's easy to find. Can't really lose the thing. Yeah. But that thing you can stab and kill. You just gotta be powerful enough to do it. If anyone can handle it, it's Ark. I mean, we have our final boss of the season, so... Does he do anything besides sit in the chair? Employee rings. That's a name. Are we gonna see the Hydra break through, or just looking to step on it? Could you imagine this thing just slowly approaching your town? Like, you couldn't do anything to stop it, so you just have to leave and, you know, hope he leaves before he destroys your specific house. But, and if he does, you know, find a new place to live. Oh, good luck defending against that. They're gonna need it. Oh, okay, I don't think we cut a head off, but we attacked it. We got its attention for sure. And I think he pissed it off. Yeah, this man is 1v. It's like 1 versus a raid boss, essentially, is what he's doing. Yeah, that definitely brought it down. I mean, he's not dead yet, but, I mean, we're making progress. We're causing him to worry. As he should. He has no idea who he's dealing with. Yeah, we can take that. It's not too bad. Okay. I mean, he's a skeleton in a suit of armor. He can't really hurt him. I mean, it's nothing to really stab. I mean, the Hydra should be able to regrow it, so it makes sense. Try not to sneeze again. Sorry. The first time I've sneezed today is this now. It's unfortunate timing, but especially because we have a cool boss fight that I'm trying to watch. Oh my god, was that like 4 out of 5 heads? And yeah, they regrow. Of course they regrow. At least we got that confirmed. Because that is one of the most annoying things about a Hydra. Sounds like it's a good choice for the situation. More magical circles. Oh, like a fire summoning? Like, wow, that's definitely, yeah, a fire summon. And at least it buys us a little bit of time when it has to regen heads for us to summon our own thing. And yeah, we just have a kaiju battle now. Okay, let's go. I shall cut through the world's evils. Not sure why they made that plural. He's like, that summon companion's way bigger than I am. Yeah, you thought you're the only one that could have big control over a big beastie? How about no? Yeah, not so tough when you don't have a monster by your side, huh? I think not. I think instead you're about to die. God, send those words back at him. We're not fighting the Hydra, we're fighting you. Do you not get that? The Ark is fighting the Hydra. You're just all alone over here. Guy's gotten deluded, mistaking borrowed power for his own power. Laying down some hard facts on him. And he's been told this before, so... But he's been trying to avert his eyes from the truth. As a general rule, if everyone's telling you the same thing, you're probably the one that's wrong. Oh no, a whip. A whip's not really a good combat weapon. Like, at all. Yeah. Also, technically, two people you're fighting, so if the ninja girl wants to, she can jump in there and help. Yeah, I definitely want to go to those things. Don't want to repeat. Yeah, definitely not gonna fall for that again. Fool me once and all that. No. Or not. I told you she was here too. Or, oh god, that back. Jeez. And also, yeah, that breaks the pattern. Yeah, I should have known there was more than what we saw. Yeah, if you have fancy circles, all it takes is slightly messing them up and suddenly it's all worthless. The downside of using that kind of magic. It's okay, Ark's gonna kill it anyway. I mean, it was gonna do that regardless, because you told it to do that, but like I said, we're gonna kill it, so it's fine. Yep, and then they play the music. Wow. Oh god, that timing, that was so good. That really amplifies the scene. Because you actually didn't have the opening, which you didn't even realize until now. But yeah, you're done with that thing. In fact, you're just done in general. You can apologize all you want, but you don't mean it, because you're a bad person. And even if you did mean it, it wouldn't absolve you of the sins. Yeah. And here we go. This is what I was waiting for. Yeah, if there's a hell, he will be in the deepest pits of it. Hopefully with his Hydra. Who I'm sure appreciates being controlled by him. Oh, damn. Holy shit. Oh. Oh my god. That is just savage. I almost feel bad for the Hydra. Good god. Just beat the shit out of him. Yeah, I'd leave if I was him. Oh, god. Man, Jesus Christ, he is strong. And we're just chucking it across the forest. Yeah, they're just actually working together as a team, which is cool. Flame Hellion. Oh god, you see that flaming kanji? Oh, it looks so cool. I mean, it all looks cool, but... Oh, man. I think it's... I think we got it. But yeah, he's a much better, like, a monster tamer master kind of guy, because he works together with his monster rather than makes the monster do all the work. He got some, like, cool, teamwork there. That was great to see. Man. And I was really caught off guard by the sheer savagery there. Like, I really wasn't ready for that. Okay, that's kind of my next question. How long is it going to stick around? I'd worship that thing, if it means it doesn't crush my head. He's like, is it safe to come out now? Please tell me it's good news. We get too much bad news in this show. Okay. That's a good thing, right? How much time do we have left? Okay, about a third, roughly. Okay, so yeah, we have a little meeting here. You know, if she had pointier ears, she would actually look like an elf. I mean, there's always more to it. I mean, this is politics. Frickin' sect. So she needs as much help as she can get, basically. I'm sure they would. Pretty much, yeah, mutual symbiosis sort of thing. I mean, if what you say is all legit, I mean, it's definitely a pretty solid offer. And he seems pretty, yeah, agreeable to it. She's approaching. I think I heard about that, yeah. Are we talking more marriage? I would love to have Yuri on as a neighbor. Man, things sure quieted down once we killed that Hydra. Man, just Darion's walking animation, those legs, it's really captivating. Cute. The future he imagines may not be too far off. Definitely taking steps. More or less what I said. Whoa, how do you keep running around, kitty cat? Like the shot of her still has her chest in it. No, it's my kitty cat. Came to say hi. I found out. Oh no, we can't have that. It worked, it was just undone. So how you feeling? I imagine that would be somewhat traumatizing. I mean, really, she's just alive because she got lucky, but... No need to tell her that. If she can derive her own meaning out of it, that's a good thing. Even if it was just objectively just her being lucky. Fumba is dead. So is a Hydra. Screw your employee rings. Man, you should have been there. You should have seen that. It's a sight I'm never gonna forget. Do skeletons catch colds? It's a Japanese thing you wouldn't understand. Inconspicuously, he says. Yeah, they know how ridiculous that sounds. Well, I was about to say, she didn't know about that. Are we just gonna casually reveal it to her like that? And I guess we did. But, you know, she asked about the mouth, and he showed the mouth, so... Poor Chio, man. Could you imagine that? Just the person you're traveling with suddenly reveals himself to be a skeleton the whole time. That'd freak me out. Oh yeah, that was a thing. Might be the best time to ask about that. I really do like using the 3D for like the walking animation. The supply demands it. And we pretty much have our full party. As we should. Hanging out with Ponta. Yeah, I guess this is the last time we'll be able to hang out with Ponta. You know, until we get a season 2 or whatever. But yeah, that was the 12th and final episode of Skeleton Knight in Another World. And it was definitely a pretty good episode to end ourselves off on, you know. We had our main bad guy, you know, Fumba, or bad guy of the season, right? You know, he's utilizing those rings, taking over monsters, causing a lot of trouble, right? Definitely very much a bad guy. they expanded on him a little bit, you know, his backstory and all that, and his treatment, and kind of getting to see a little bit about how he got to where he is, right? You know, but yeah, he released the Hydra, and Arc was like I thought, the man to deal with it. And also, as I thought, while he was dealing with that, that did leave them open to deal with the Puppet Master himself, right? And he was pretty cocky pretty much the whole time. For some reason, because the big thing was him mistaking the power of things he manipulates as his own power, but it really doesn't work that way. It's borrowed power. All somebody has to do is sever that connection some way, whether it be getting you away from the monster far enough where they can't help you, or breaking your control, or by cutting the circles. Like, there's so many ways to deal with it, right? So you can't treat yourself like you're what you control. It doesn't work that way, and he kind of got too deluded to understand that. And he also very much pissed her off a lot, so she definitely took the opportunity to just murder him. I think she just like burned him in like blue magical fire, which was very satisfying to watch, definitely. And Chiome, it contributed as well by breaking the fancy magical seals and stuff on his back. So yeah, he was basically done for. He stood no chance there. His one trump card that worked on her before obviously wasn't going to work twice, and yeah, so he was pretty much boned. At that point, it was all just a matter of dealing with the Hydra. And, you know, Arc put up a pretty good fight for the most part, but things really shifted once he summoned his, like, fiery magical beast, right? Which was of comparable size to the Hydra itself. And, you know, I was kind of looking forward to seeing the fight there. And they did not disappoint. Like, I was expecting, like, you know, some punching and stuff, you know, but, like, he just went up there and just started ripping heads off and like smashing and just like, you know, I'm generally speaking, you know, I don't really get super hyped in action fight sequences. It's just not who I am. So if a scene does manage to get that out of me, it was a really good scene, and that was a really good scene. Like, I really was caught off guard with just how awesome it was, just how savage that fighting was, just slaughtering it, and the combo working out with Arc 2, flipping him around, throwing it up, and, you know, that was it Flame hailing with his, like, black and red fiery kanji, you know, flowing as the just massive burst of fire blows out below to just finish off that beast that you would expect to be the kind of monster that you slowly whittle down till it finally is defeated, but instead it's like this one overarching powerful attack that just, like, you know, brings it down pretty quickly. And it's just handled, you know, this essentially legendary status kind of magical beast that the idea that anyone could possibly 1v1 it is ridiculous, and yet Arc, with the help of his summon, was able to do just that fairly quickly, and it's all pretty crazy stuff. But yeah, just awesome fight scene. Definitely was worth it. Worth watching the whole anime just for that, honestly. It was kind of that good. And then we had Yuriana doing her negotiations with the elves, so, you know, she's working that out, getting them as allies so she can become a proper player in the Game of Thrones, you know, all that. And then we just kind of like move on to our next destination, and that's kind of what we end off on. So I'm sure we have more to do with that one empire going forward, right? Obviously lost Fumba, whatever his name was, but they're still, you know, they still are a problem that's got to be dealt with. I'm sure there's still plenty to do with them, for sure. And of course, more political battling, you know, on Yuriana's end. So still plenty to do in future potential seasons, right? But for now, this is it. So great final episode. As far as like overall thoughts of the series, you know, let's see, what do I really have to say about it? I mean, obviously, Arc was a pretty interesting main character, being a very much looking like a holy paladin Templar kind of character, despite being a skeleton man underneath. That was obviously a good source of entertainment right there. You know, keeping it secret, and the fun reactions when you finally do reveal it to somebody, like we had here with Chiome, or with you know, with Ariane. But in like the running gag of, you know, she sees him not his armor when she's like half asleep or not expecting it, and it's like, oh my god, a skeleton, which I always found funny, because that's kind of, you know, racism towards skeletons when she's the one that's, you know, deals with racism towards the elves. Like, I always got a bit of a kick out of it based on that, because you think elves have it bad, skeletons have it really bad. Pretty much anyone that sees a skeleton is going to automatically assume it's a bad guy and attack it or run away, like, pretty much always, right? So skeletons are the real ones being discriminated against. But, you know, so that was one point of entertainment for me. But Also, Ark got a lot of fancy abilities, some cool magical circles, teleportation. Getting to see him be a badass warrior was always fun. And as far as her like main heroine, I guess you could call her that, or Ariane, she was pretty great too. I mean, she was 10 out of 10, absolutely gorgeous character design, and she also quite impressive combat-wise as well, as is her mother. You know, we saw that too. But she was always great to see fight as well. Obviously, she is not like overpowered protagonist levels of power like our Ark is, but she is very skilled in her own way. We got to see her be pretty impressive. See, have plenty of cool moments for herself, and you know, she has motivations that are pretty easy to understand and get behind. And we also had Chiyome, our like furry-eared ninja cat, you know, well not cat girl, but you know, furry-eared ninja girl, you know, who apparently is part of a clan that got started by somebody else who got isekai a long time ago, which is already a pretty cool, interesting concept. And she's pretty great, seeing her be all ninja and stuff like that. She's a pretty nice contrast to Ariane because they're pretty much opposites in a lot of ways. Ariane's tall, she's short, you know. Ariana does a large chest. Chiyome does not, you know. So just they you know, contrast each other nicely is what I'm trying to say. But but yeah, other than that, I don't really have too much to say about the show. You know, some pretty typical isekai, fantasy, politics type of stuff throughout. Don't really have too much to say about it, really. But it was definitely a fun, interesting show that I enjoyed watching. So I hope you enjoyed my reactions to it, and I hope to see you in the next video. Until then, bye-bye.